In the heart of almost every American town, there was once a place that held the community together. It wasn't a massive warehouse or a digital storefront, it was the local, mom-and-pop shop. You knew the owner's name, and they knew yours. But today, those neon, open, signs are flickering out for the last time. From the dusty shelves of rural general stores to the boutique shops of Main Street, a quiet execution is taking place. This is the story of the death of the small shop, and what we lose when the big box wins. Post-World War II America was the golden age of local commerce. These small businesses weren't just places to buy milk or hardware, they were social hubs. The local grocer knew which apples you liked, and the pharmacist knew your family's history. Money stayed in the town, circulating from the shop owner to the local school and the neighborhood painter. It was a closed loop of prosperity. But in the late 20th century, the landscape began to shift. The first blow came from the big box revolution. In the 1960s and 70s, companies like Walmart began expanding rapidly. Their strategy was simple but devastating: everyday low prices. By buying in massive quantities, they could sell a gallon of milk for less than it cost a small shop owner to buy it wholesale. Small businesses tried to compete on service, but for a struggling middle class, the allure of saving $5 was stronger than loyalty. One by one, the main streets of America began to look like ghost towns. Plywood started covering windows where displays of toys and clothes used to sit. If the big box retailers were a blow to the chest, the internet was the dagger in the heart. E-commerce giants like Amazon transformed the way we consume. Convenience became the new king. Why drive to the local bookstore when you can have a book delivered to your porch in 24 hours? The death of the small shop accelerated. The one-click buy button replaced the "Hello, how are you?" greeting. Data show that for every $100 spent at a local business, roughly $68 stays in the local economy. When you spend that same $100 at a giant online retailer, virtually none of it stays in your community. We often celebrate the speed of modern shopping, but we rarely talk about the cost of the death of the small shop. When the local hardware store closes, the town loses more than just hammers and nails. It loses a sponsor for the Little League team. It loses a taxpayer who cares about the local park. It loses a personality. The American landscape is becoming a repetitive cycle of identical parking lots and windowless warehouses. We are trading the unique, the handmade, and the personal for the mass-produced, the plastic, and the anonymous. Then came 2020. While the world stayed home, giant corporations saw record-breaking profits. Meanwhile, the local cafe and the family-owned clothing store were forced to close their doors. Many never reopened. The death of the small shop isn't just about economics, it's about the loss of character. When a small shop dies, a piece of the town's soul goes with it. The local economy becomes a one-way street where money flows out of the community and into the pockets of shareholders thousands of miles away. Is it too late? Not necessarily. Recently, a new movement is stirring. People are starting to realize that cheap comes with a hidden cost. We see the rise of Small Business Saturday and a renewed interest in artisanal, locally sourced goods. People are craving human connection again. They want to see a face behind the counter, not just an algorithm on a screen. The death of the small shop doesn't have to be the final chapter. The death of the small shop is a tragedy of our own making, driven by our desire for speed and low prices. But every time you reach for your wallet, you are casting a vote. You are deciding what kind of world you want to live in. Do you want a world of endless parking lots and cardboard boxes, or a world where your neighbor's business can thrive? The choice is ours, before the last open sign goes dark forever.